Eubanks and Conor Benn is back on. They talking about possibly December 23rd, and I'm gonna talk about this the problem with boxing. It's all predicated on money. It's all fueled on money. It's not. Nobody has integrity. Nobody has morals when it comes to getting this money, and that's why a lot of people say money is the root of all evil. And I explain, but apparently, the fight could be going on in the Middle East. Eddie Hearn said if Eubanks is not cleared to fight in the UK, it's going to the Middle East. So we got a guy who ain't been cleared, who just fought in Florida. I think he won. And now the guy he was originally supposed to fight before he got suspended for PEDs is now giving him another opportunity to fight, even though he isn't cleared by the very same commission that he popped top for. So don't tell me, don't cry and complain about steroids. Don't cry and complain about performance-enhancing drugs, about the rules, when the money supersedes all of that. So basically what you're crying for, you just want to be compensated and you will still fight them. So it's not about health. It's not about safety. It's about money. Eubank should stand on something. Like, nah, even if they is drug testing again, you ain't been cleared for the first time. So why is Eddie Hearn going behind the UK, whatever, the British Board of Box Control back and sanctioning him fight? No, he should take his punishment like a man. No matter how much money he generate for Eddie Hearn, no matter how many fighters Eddie Hearn then lost. He needs to sit out until this is resolved. And that's the problem. Even if you got a commission that's gonna hold Conor being accountable, guess what? You can just go somewhere else and fight. You can go to another country and fight. And that, to me, that says a lot about Eddie Hearn, which he had a lot to say about Canelo popping hot before. But he didn't have several fighters pop hot that we know of and still was allowed to fight. So don't tell me how you want to pay for testing and you want to protect the integrity of the sport. You want to protect fighter safety if you going behind people's back, and still sanctioning guys who popped hot. That ain't how it works. You don't give a damn about nobody but that money. And that's what most white collar people care about, is the money. That's why when 30 years go by and their kids don't fuck with them and they in the house alone and all they got is their money, that's why they delete themselves. It's more than life than money. It's a bunch of people with a bunch of money that's miserable. It's people in third world countries that got more happiness and having nothing than people that got money. They'll let you know. Canelo when he popped hot, he got slapped on the wrist. 6 months suspension. Came back in 6 months. He fight once or twice a year anyway. 2 times, 3 times a year. That was nothing. Still got rewarded with a Golovkin fight. Golovkin didn't care. Golovkin just wanted the money. That's all Golovkin wanted, was the money. That's it. These dudes don't care if they going in there with somebody with a competitive advantage. It's about getting paid. So I hear people complaining about performance-enhancing drugs and being at a disadvantage. If they paid, they still gonna fight. Danny Garcia fought Eric Morales the second time. He popped hot, and then he still fought him. So that money even supersedes. That money even supersedes, putting your life in danger. It does. It even supersedes that. So when these dudes go around talking about the money and talking about protecting the sport, they don't care shit about drug testing. All they care is some additional money got to come out their pocket for drug testing. They don't care about their safety, man. They care about that money. And that mentality comes from up top to the promoters. It's not like how we gonna build you to be the best fighter. It's how we gonna make you the most money. And now you're hearing the fighters regurgitate that. Go the easy route, play the long game. And sometimes it's cool to play the long game. Depending on, what you playing, it's cool to play the long game. But in this situation, the long game might not be for so very long. You know what I'm saying? Because one punch can end your career. But I just find it funny that This man allowed to keep fighting, you know, and Eubank's gonna fight him again. He like, I could beat him, he's small, whatever. But if Eubanks loses, there's gonna be a bunch of excuses about performance enhancing drugs. Was he clean? Or we only tested for 10 to 12 weeks. He could have still got the benefit of it. That's what you're gonna be hearing. And like I told y'all before, man, most of these people don't care. And when you got people that's mercenaries, and that's 98% of boxing. The refs, the judges, the commission. Remember, the commission made, what, 8% off Tank? Nevada State the commission made like 8% off Tank and Ryan Gate. So if somebody did pop hot, think about all the stuff, all the people who pop hot, but it was swept under the rug. Mayweather was accused of that shit too. Manny Pacquiao had that email to Mayweather team about drugs and drug testing. So imagine all the people that pop hot and they got swept under the rug because it was a lot of money involved. Think about that for a minute. So boxing don't care about PEDs. Boxing don't care about the fans. They don't care about the health and safety of these fighters. They care about the money. That's all it is. It's about the money. I don't want to hear Eddie Hearn talking about health and safety, the Eubank family, the Benn family talking about health and safety. I don't want to hear Conor on his team talking about health and safety. I don't want to hear that. All y'all care about is the money. That's it. It's been proven time and time again. The money. He was when he affiliated with Billy Joe too, Eddie Hearn, another guy that popped hot, Dillian White, Conor, Benn. Them just the ones that I can remember. A lot of people speculate about Anthony Joshua, and they probably believe he's just one of those guys where they swept it up under the rug. You know? And quite frankly, I can't call it. He ain't popped hot, so I can't, it ain't been made public. If he did, I can't accuse him. Can't accuse him. But for real, it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game because everybody just want to get the money. You know, as far as the fight, it was rumors that Anthony Joshua might be on that card. You know, possibly versus Philip Hargovich for IBF mandatory. So you can see Anthony Joshua on the card. It's the day before Christmas Eve, obviously 2 days before Christmas. So, like I said before, Eddie Hearn can't afford to lose no more cash because he lost Canelo. Anthony Joshua probably ain't generating what he used to generate. Dillian White is in the win. You know, Berlanga's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. So, like I said, Eddie Hearn on his knuckles, like it or not, in the zone, like, bro, it's nothing appealing to watch on the zone. They ain't got nothing but women and small fighters and fighters you don't give a hell about. So I don't even know how they're going to continue to sustain in the United States market, in the U.S. market. Nobody in the grand scheme of things care about Banks and Eubank and being in America. That's in the UK fight. So all they done is really bring women's boxing and British boxing to America. That's what the zone is. Yeah, you know, De La Hoya got a few fighters on there, but ain't nobody really checking for a lot of them young guys yet. Floyd Schofield, Williams, Pay. Nobody know who they are. Outside of Ryan Garcia. Like, do you really gonna stop your December 2nd to watch Ryan Garcia fight Oscar Durat? Who gives a fuck? Honestly. Do anybody care? I don't think so. But I don't hear nobody talking about I'm an advocate for PEDs or nothing like that, bro. These people don't care. They literally don't care. I don't care. They literally don't care about shit but money in boxing, and that's ruined the experience. Money's rule matchmakers, is ruined matchmaking, is ruined legacy in super fights, it's ruined activity, it's ruined that mindset. You know, it's ruined a whole bunch of stuff. Yep, ruined a whole bunch of shit. But all you got to do in boxing is go around. Or you get suspended in Boston, I turn around and go to Florida and fight. Get suspended in Florida, turn around and go to the Middle East and Canada and fight. This is why people have been saying for years they need an international and a domestic, United States, a domestic governing or some type of governing body like the British Board of Box Control. International would be very much needed. So you couldn't go around the world fighting, and they had a power to veto your fights. Right now, there ain't no governing system that can stop you. You know? But, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate y'all. Peace.